Home. What the hell is all this?
Pick one.
What?
I'm giving you an ultimatum. Video games, alcohol, or me.
You're funny.
Pick one.
You're serious.
You really have to think that hard about it, Jake?
Babe, you're the love of my life. I care about you so much. Like, are you serious right now?
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
I need you out by Tuesday.
When are y'all going to ever understand that these ultimatums are not in your favor? Sitting at the table looking stupid, man just came home from work and you got something dumb on your brain. Why are you bothering him? Go find something to do. Go be productive. Instead of sitting up in his face.
Legendary UFC fighter Israel Adesanya was sued by his girlfriend Charlotte Powdrell after their breakup for half of his net worth, despite the fact that they share no children and were never married. Adesanya and Powdrell only dated for 1 calendar year, but despite that, Powdrell claims that during this time she offered so much support to him in his career that she was entitled to half of his $15 million fortune in the court of law. As a history lesson, Izzy made his UFC debut in 2018, but had a professional MMA career since 2012, meaning his long-standing career dated back about a full decade before he even knew Powdrell. Now, it may be possible that during that year, Powdrell did offer a lot of emotional and possibly even medical support, but these demands for half of his total net worth were just made so much crazier by the fact that they never were married. Well, the courts have come back with a ruling, and they have decided that not only does Adesanya not owe Powdrell any money, but that Powdrell owes Adesanya for damages. In what appears to be the Uno reverse of the century, the courts have demanded that Powdrell must now pay Adesanya half of her net worth, which the courts estimate to be about $500,000. And this is what happens when you F around and find out. She really walked into that courtroom thinking that she was worthy of half of every cent he had ever earned. And the courts looked at her like, yeah? You think you deserve half just by existing as the significant other? Bet.
Tipley, stay at home! Stay at home!
Higher now than it was when I was married because I've grown, I've learned. You know what I'm saying? And I got to know who I was as a woman. So I think my value has increased because as you get older, you learn, you grow, you mature. So that's why I think my value has increased.
This is the equivalent of saying, I've been on the job for 20 years, but then you go out into the market and you find out that what they were paying you at that job ain't what the going market rate is. Happens all the time. Women do not gain value in men's eyes with wisdom, age, and experience. They gain value possibly in your husband's eyes, but not to just men on the market. You're older and used. No product gains value. And you ladies will sit there and fight logic. You said your value is higher as an older woman. Because you have age, wisdom, and experience. What are some of the top reasons men choose a woman? What do men generally pick women based upon?
They look.
Exactly. Not their experience and wisdom.
Okay, Kevin.
Yep.
Got like really fat or...
You guys you're not built like us. Guys can say to each other and guys are like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I got to get my together. And women are just weak. So you say something, women are fragile, and they're also, no.
Stupid.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of truth to that. Women are,
oh my God.
Women are weaker and dumber than men.
Weaker and dumb or emotionally intelligent?
No. Women, in a lot of ways, you could just say women are pathetic. And so when you have to speak honestly, you have to talk to a woman like you would a child. Hey, sugar and a lot of carbs, they actually aren't that good for you. Unless you're going to expend a lot of energy. I think I might get into some tuna. Something like that.
I hate you so much.
But it's not your fault. It's really just being a woman.
Okay, thank you. Bye now.
A lot of these women out there say that they want the truth and they really cannot handle it. They just can't. Something inside their emotions won't allow them to accept it. Even when somebody's trying to give them constructive criticism, they can't handle it. Now, I will say that I've run across some women out here that when you tell them something, it takes them a little while to digest it. And sometimes they have to leave and come back and say, you know what? You were right. I appreciate that. And take some accountability. And then there are even more that are advanced and they say, you know what? In the moment, you know what? You're right. Let me get my emotions under control. But the vast majority of modern women today, they don't have either one of those qualities. And the biggest thing is they're not trying to have any of them. They think they're right.
Excuse you. Yeah. What's going on with you? Damn. I can't tell you look nice either.
That's you?
Can't tell you look nice.
I mean, me.
Bro, you are so crazy, bro. Yeah. You up talking. You came crazy. Yeah.
I like your hair too. You so handsome.
Get your.
Want me to pump your gas?
No.
I got it. I got it.
You good.
Damn.
You like playing. I already know what your type is.
You
Y'all
don't like
niggas.
me no more?
Any kid?
Yes, I have 3. And 3 may be dead.
Black women get upset when they see a black man date and or marry a white woman.
Black women, they speak their mind, and we tell you what we're going to accept and what we're not going to accept from you, period. And a white woman is not going to tell you what you should do, what you should not do, and they're not going to put their foot down, and they're not going to tell you, hey, I want you to do this, and I want you to do that. And you're not, and they're not going to speak on that because you know why? Because they're white.
If we just look at the logical entailment of all the things that you said, he chooses the white woman because the black woman is too hard to handle. Seems like he wants something that's easier to handle.
To sum it all up.
So then my question for you is, why would a black man want to handle any woman? So let's just reverse it real quick. Hypothetically, you've been living together with this man, but let's say you're the breadwinner. But when you went home to him, he was combative and nagging and being annoying to you. Would you like that?
No.
So you wouldn't even choose that. So who's at fault for black men not choosing black women? We would have to say that the black women are at fault because they're not changing their behavior and getting on the black man's program, but the white woman is.
You know, I understand that race does play a factor in a lot of things, but when that's your only card, it's what modern women have effectively done in today's society is they've created an Uno deck of draw fours. They've taken out all of the cards that make the game fun and an actual game and replaced it with draw fours. And then even in those draw fours, when people adapt and say, okay, draw 4, cool, I know how to play this. And then they start playing and beating the woman at her own game. Then she switches the rules to make them even more in her favor. This is what happens. Like I said, I understand that, you know, race and stuff like that, it does play a factor in some of the things. So you can't completely deny that. But I think a lot of modern women go to these victimhood cards way too often when, quite honestly, they just suck as an individual. Doesn't mean that they can't improve. It's just they suck.
Girl out, right? So I told the girl at the table, I said, look, I'm having a great time tonight. I'm happy I came out. Plus, she looked really beautiful. She cut me off right then and there. She said, let me tell you something real quick, Brandon. I said, what's up? She goes, I want to let you know that I don't give it up on the first date. And I instantly got upset because I didn't say anything about getting none tonight. I said, how beautiful you look, how much fun I'm having. That's what I said to you. But why you don't give it up on the first date? And she said, well, I don't want this relationship that we have to be just based on. I want you to respect me as a woman. Plus, I got a lot going on in my life right now, and I'll feel really bad if I give you someone the first date and never hear from you again. I would feel really bad. If that makes sense. I don't know. That's what she said, right? And I had to respect that. But this bill came to the table really, really fast. And I'm looking over the bill. The bill's like $190, right? It was a crazy bill. But I looked deep into the bill, and what I found out was that I only had mozzarella sticks and 2 beers. So I told the girl, I said, look, I'll put in $40, right? Because that'll cover the tax and the tip. Plus, that's more than my portion of what I had. And she lost her mind. She said, are you kidding me? You invited me out. I thought you were paying. I said, listen, I want to let you know something. I don't pay on the first date. So you see, I don't want this relationship based off me paying, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to respect me as a man, you know what I'm talking about? And got a lot going on in my life right now. And I feel really bad if I pay for this date tonight and never hear from you again. If that makes sense, I don't know.
Hey, yo, this is why modesty is good. Many women think that dressing how they want and exposing their body is freedom of expression. Anytime a man tells them to dress modestly, they get angry. They see it as the man trying to control their freedom, but really, it's just protection. A woman is allowed to dress how she wants. However, when you wear very revealing clothing, you attract the wrong types of attention from the wrong types of men. These are the kinds of men that like to objectify women. They are attracted to the women that objectify themselves. A good, respectful man would see her and be like, she's beautiful, but would attract drama like these men. Good men value peace over anything. When he sees a woman dressing modestly, it says to him self-respect. He would think, I can trust her and she won't attract weird men. A woman can freely express herself without being nearly naked in public. Like, I've seen women at the club who are basically in their underwear. I have never seen a man who's just in his boxers. By thinking freedom of expression is exposing their bodies, this increases women getting objectified. Objectification feeds toxic masculinity, which feeds patriarchy. This overall lowers respect. Men wanting modesty is not controlling. It's them trying to help women with self-respect so it can prevent these. It actually protects them from toxic masculinity.
Essentially what modern women are doing, and it's essentially the same concept when they have the spicy content, is they're trying to hack the system. They really don't want to do anything right. They don't want to follow the rules. And a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people don't want to follow the rules. But in this instance, modern women, they don't want to follow the rules. So what they're trying to do, as he went through all of these, they're trying to say, oh, they actually don't have a problem with you doing all of these things, except when it gets to toxic and patriarchy, and then the lack of respect that comes from it. What they're trying to, they don't mind you sexualizing them. They don't mind that, as long as if you're a good-looking guy, then do that and then come over to me, come talk to me. I might not even want you. I'm attracted to you, but I might want to add you to my roster, right? I'm okay with you objectifying me, but if you're hot, once again, come over and talk to me. Once again, I might not want you, but I might want to add you to my roster, right? I just want the validation from the top of the top. Now, if it comes with toxic, and when I say toxic, I mean not giving me the things that I want. We haven't even touched on putting your hands on somebody, because that's honestly and truly in a lot of these situations the least of my worries. The forefront of my mind is you not giving me the present that I asked you to give me. You not giving me money on command, on tap. You not taking me to these fancy, expensive restaurants. That's toxic to me. And then that goes into the patriarchy. And now I see that you don't respect me, which means you don't simp for me. That's what they're worried about. But they're not really worried about you objectifying and all that other stuff, as long as it's feeding into their delusion. It's feeding into, oh yeah, he's validating me. If you're ugly, stay away, unless you're giving me money now, by the way. Don't expect anything in return. But if you're hot, come over here and talk to me. And if in my 30s, I want to get with you and settle down after I've been riding the carousel, then that might be the move.
Did you or did you not know that he was taking out a personal loan to buy you this car?
Yes.
And that was so that he hopefully would ingratiate himself to you and you would like him better. Is that right?
Correct.
Did it work?
No.
How soon after he took out the loan and bought you the car did you know it wasn't going to work?
We were just going to be friends through it all anyways. It wasn't going to be anything. He didn't want
You
the
know
money
that.
from me. Yes.
You knew that right
Yes.
along. Then you know what you're like? A prostitute. You took money from him under false pretenses. He was hoping for. You're not even a prostitute who delivers. Look at me. That is the cruelest thing that I ever heard. You wanted a car. You had a guy who cared for you, who was trying to help. Put your hand down. And you decided to use him for money, holding out the hope that it would be something more of a relationship than just friends until you got what you wanted, and then you told him to take off. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what you just told me. Precisely. You have the worst kind of character I've heard in a long time. How much does she owe you?
$2,724, I believe.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Let me tell you something, madam. You may have a reasonable looking face. If you have a lousy character that will last you your whole life, you have to have a good character. You have to be a moral person. You don't use people cruelly. Do you understand? Good. Goodbye.
Man's out here making monthly payments for a girl who was never planning to stay. That's just sad.
Of 3 kids, I will not be dating men that have kids. You guys are not to be taken seriously. Nobody wants you because your baby mama left you for a reason. If you are not licking the floor that I walk on, you are not going to be with me. Like, my standards are so much more higher now than before I had kids, which is insane. So if you want to be with me, you're going to have to be a stepdad of 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl, and my kids are I know what comes with dating somebody with kids, and I don't want none of the drama. I don't give a fuck for baby mama. If you're gonna be a stepdad, you are gonna have to pay for some of my kids' things. Like, if you want to take that role of a stepfather, you have to pay for some of their things. There's just no way that you're just gonna be my partner and not a father figure for them, you know? A lot of you may ask yourself, what are you gonna bring to the table, Lindsay? What are you gonna... My f***ing affection, bitch. My f***ing time. Like, that's what I'm gonna bring to the table. You're gonna with me because you love me, not because you have to use me for your benefit. Like, I am traumatized, okay? So you either love the me and of my kids, or you're just not gonna be with me at all.
I think if I remember correctly, she ended up getting kicked out of her house. Either that or she had to be quiet, essentially, and acquiesce to the things that not her husband, I don't think, but the man that she was staying with, her baby daddy, she had to basically be quiet and do the things that he was telling her to do. And when she wanted to talk trash, she would go in another room or she would move off to the side to do that, which is what a lot of modern women do. They go off to the side and they start talking trash to you, or they wait until they have some sort of protection right around them to start talking trash. Right? If they feel like they're not in any immediate danger, they'll talk trash. It's like somebody coming up to the screen door and yelling, come swing on me. Oh, you won't swing on me. And they're guarded by a fence and a second fence and a pit bull. That's what modern women are doing today. They get out there and they talk trash, knowing that men are probably not going to put their hands on them. It's causing problems.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Can I ask, like, respectfully, like, is that real?
No.
All right, no.
Problem.
It's not you.
Actually, like, really cool though.
It's not you. It's me. Yeah, I can't handle that. Like.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, you don't get shit. Not wanting plastic.
I need help.
Okay.
I need mouth to mouth. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm married. So you're married, but like the whole mouth to mouth thing, I thought like that's what lifeguards do now.
Oh, no, actually, no. It's a different technique now. We don't do the mouth to mouth anymore.
Tongue to tongue?
No.
Oh.
I would definitely take a walk out.
Take a walk, touch some grass, you know, just right?
Ask you a question.
No, thank you.
Okay. Oh, actually, no. Nope. Okay.
I'm so late for work, guys. Sorry.
Hi, excuse me. What would you rate? Nope. Okay. Hi, excuse me.
I'm trying. I'm really busy. Sorry. Thanks. Sorry. Cheers.
Excuse me. Would you rather? Oh, no, okay.
I think that it is smart of a woman to be going out with multiple men, at least in the early stages.
Single women keeping other women single. What else is new?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not being submissive. If you want to be with me, you need to be the provider. You need to be the protector. You need to make sure my hair is done, my nails done, my feet are done. Look at my yard. I need my grass cut every single week. Don't worry about how many bodies I got. That's the past. God knows my heart. I'm not gonna be cooking. I'm not gonna be cleaning. All that is your responsibility. Me and my kids are a package deal. Trust me, if you don't want it, somebody else will.
What?
Is it big? Is it small? Is it medium? Is it fat? Is it?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy question, and I don't think I'm gonna describe my.
I wanna know though.
Perpetuate gender norms by paying for it, you know?
Okay.
It's like, what is this, 50s? Like, oh, I'm the man, so only I can work and make money to pay bills. It's like, that is so outdated and frankly patriarchal, you know?
What if we just split it?
You know, we could do that, but what message does that send? Job is done, we're equal now? We're not. So I think the only way we really fight back is if you pay for the whole thing.
Okay.
With a lot of empathy. I don't even dance. Like, I feel bad. I want everyone to feel.
He decided to leave because I was taking too long trying to figure out this machine. What? He doesn't even look at you. It seems to me that he just finished his workout and is getting ready to leave, which everybody in the comments tried to tell you, including the guy in this video that you filmed without his permission. He says he finished up stretching, he's getting ready to leave, and he politely asked you to remove this video. Did you? Of course not, because all you care about is likes and attention at his expense. But this is what you and your sister do. You go in the gym and you fake and stage videos to fool people just to get clicks. People in the gym are not accessories for you to use for your social media content. And the fact that this gym, Fitness Connection in Durham, North Carolina, allows you to do this BS blows my mind. Leave people alone. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
I don't know what's going on in the mind of modern women, but that machine literally does not belong to you. Modern women, for some reason, get this thing in their minds to where they get mad. This is it. This is passive aggressive nature. Instead of just moving, instead of being like, oh, well, let me move out of the way, like any respectful person, man or woman would do, these modern women somewhere have learned that just being a jerk, that's a way to stand up for yourself. Except that you don't need to stand up for yourself. You just need to move.
7, starting with you. Go ahead, rate your own looks.
I'm going to say 8.
Yeah, Okay.
10. I would say like an 8.75.
8.75, okay.
12.
Can I just demonstrate how meaningless this is? Because I was going to take someone who said they were a 10. Did the next girl say she was a 10 with the butt lifts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So can you name someone who's like super famous that's a 10?
Do you know what Megan Fox is? You know, a lot of people use Anne Hathaway.
This is why I ask is like I wanted a reference because if you brought up a picture of the person you referred to, some sort of like a Victoria's Secret model, you're basically saying you're equivalent to them on the scale of hotness, right?
In my own head, yeah.
Well, at least you admit it's in your own head. You know it's not real.
It's all in the like the eye of the beholder. What would you rate yourself? I would rate myself. I think I'm a 10. I think I'm a 12. You know what I mean?
And in other people's eyes,
like I said
do
to
too.
you,
Think I'm
to
a
someone
10.
else again with like the 1,000 people to someone else, they could be like, oh, she is not my cup of tea. Oh, she's too much. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. Oh, she. You know what I mean? But I think I'm a solid 12.
Okay.
Right, y'all are ugly. You don't put effort into your appearances. You don't have hobbies, and you expect women to want you. And you're gonna screenshot pictures of me and her while she's talking in an effort to make her feel ugly, when in reality, you would cry of happiness if me or her or any of the women in her comment section touched you with a 10-foot pole. Why? Because you're a virgin. Going and calling every woman you see that you don't like ugly isn't doing your track record any favors.
Well, neither is anything else. You took away what you valued about men, so now you don't respect them. And I responded to that by getting in shape. This is me like 9 years ago. And that got me a bunch of short flings. That was back then. These are the times that life was good. And then COVID kind of ruined it all. And now I'm old and I can't make a relationship out of that anymore. And I don't want to make one out of money. So yeah, I don't think you really understand the war you're fighting. You're just bleeding men dry and then telling them to go die alone. And then you're calling them ugly even though, you know.
I keep on saying this, man. They don't be sending out their best warriors. It's a chopped man epidemic. It's however they call it, cracked, chapped, ugly man, hit dog man epidemic. And then they go out and send their worst soldiers to the front line. Like I said, y'all need to get a coalition. Y'all start a T-app y'all start Facebook groups to tell on men and what men are doing wrong. But yet y'all can't control the people within y'all's army. Y'all need better organization to stop the ones from going rogue and AWOL. Send the A1 troops out so we can see them. For research purposes, of course.
I feel like it's valid though.
So you think he has like a small head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
You know, like if I get into a car accident or something, my head gets smaller. I know you're not gonna be there for me.
I probably was gonna pop yours anyways.
No, it's fine.
Presentation wise, it looked like you looking for attention more with the way that you dressing a little bit because it's a little too short, more than I would want my girl to wear. So that's the reason why.
All right, so it's just her personal style. Basically, you want someone with a little more class as far as dressing, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like a little bit more covered up because it's like I said, it's like seems like you search for attention.
All right. All right, so you good with that?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to put on something cute.
Yeah, you look cute.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not knocking it. You rocking it.
No, yeah. I just wanted to put on something cute. For the most part, I kind of dress like a librarian. So I'm like, let me do something cute. So
receive $10 million or you receive 100 million.
receive 10 million. My man received 100 million because he gonna give me some. What you mean?
What you think?
Give me my 10. That's that. Yeah. How much for the 100? But okay, he probably lie and tell you he got 2, if even a million. Right? Yeah, give me my money.
You see that right there? And that's why you have to make sure that your girl is not easily influenced. She said, "I'd give my man the money because my man gonna look out." And like a virus, her hating ass homegirl infected her brain, made her change her whole idea. Misery loves company. And your girls hate girls, well, just so they can be single and miserable together.
招型啊，那是。
来，
怎么事？
你看你给我拿回来老破水壶，我他妈给你钱让你给我买个新的，你给我拿这啥呀？钱这么多还得举着烧，这他妈给钱都不会花，真闹挺。
给我来。
干哈？我都烧开了。你怎么找事啊？ I'm gonna downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget then, what's the difference now?
But see, what he did was this, though. He gave you the upgrade. But part of that upgrade is because you're with me.
Yeah.
You understand? So let me just go, though. So we didn't work out, me and you dating. You feel me? So I'm supposed to keep paying your loft and keep paying your bins. Now, I get it. You're a true boss if you do that. And that's the
the vibe we're getting, but
My current new lifestyle that you upgraded me to is now contingent on me being in a relationship with you, and that's the only way I can have it in this moment. Then what
then
stops me
then you
from
should
just
get married
staying with
then,
you
Jazz.
for that?
Then Jazz, you want him to keep your lifestyle up, keep paying your bills, keep you on that same upgraded level. No, you were dating a man that had money, so dating him came with a lifestyle. But if we're not working and our love is dead, I don't owe you to keep paying your car note and your mortgage. I'm not entitled to. Now, if I'm that rich, then okay. But realistically, that isn't really my job. You should find you a man like me and upgrade to him and keep your lifestyle.
But that takes time. So I just feel like if someone had me on a certain pedestal, you're not just because we no longer working, you're not just gonna rip the pedestal from me.
I don't know if modern women ever truly hear themselves talking. It's like, it's this phenomenon where they can start talking and their ears shut off. It's dual purpose. Because not only do I not hear the foolishness that's coming out of my mouth, I don't hear anything else that anybody is saying to me. And it's a switch inside their minds to where they can't hear anybody else unless it's what they want to hear. They don't hear themselves talking, number one. So they don't hear the foolishness coming out. And number two, they don't hear anybody trying to hold them accountable. But if somebody's agreeing or somebody's saying something that is hyping them up or validating what they're saying, then they can hear that. Otherwise, they just keep on talking, keep on saying stupid stuff in an endless loop. And by the time they get through talking, they don't even register that something dumb was said. They just register that I finished a sentence. And so I'm proud of myself for getting all of that out in one take, regardless of if it makes sense or not.
I'm so glad she checked you, because I am so sick of women in bars and their freaking entitlement. Like, you just think that every man wants you, that you can touch and grope on girls, guys, whatever. It is about time, because that's probably not the first time she did that. So good. I'm glad you got checked. Keep your hands off people. It's called consent, which apparently doesn't apply to some women out here.
Get your hands off me, little ugly. I do not know you. Assault.
Stupidity thinking that I could beat a man. I went into the back alley while I was serving and I fought the line cook, going at each other for a long time. A long story. He dropped me 3 times. I got dropped. I popped right back up. I went at him again. He dropped me again. I had my eye swollen shut for 3 days and 11 stitches in my eye. I thought that I could fight a man. I don't have any ego to be like, I could beat a man. Learned my lesson. I don't want anything to do with fighting dudes. I actually was in my head of being like, no, I'm a pro fighter. I can fight this guy and I'm gonna beat him. Juliana, he's 6'3", you're 5'6". Like, take that into account, you know, or like try to like bob and weave your way in there to like get him down. All I gotta do is get in close and take him down and then I'll choke him. I couldn't even do that because the second that I tried to enter, I was getting dropped. I got fired and he got to keep his job. There was a guy that was watching the whole time and he didn't even stop it.
Who is this line cook and why has he not been signed?
If women ruled the world, there would be no wars. There would just be a bunch of countries that just don't want to talk to each other.
Queen Mary got the nickname Bloody Mary because she burned over 300 people at the stake, and Queen Elizabeth I had over 750 people executed. And you women today have over 1 million babies executed because you're irresponsible. So don't pretend to try and appear as the more peaceful gender when you're literally murdering babies because you can't keep your legs.
My stepfather took my mom with 3 kids.
So what do you call him? Is he a simp?
I wouldn't call him a simp, but my mom called him a simp.
Damn.
My mom definitely called him a simp. But
oh my God.
Honestly, God,
y'all hear that?
Yeah, my mom did call him a simp.
All that for that woman. Took care of his 3 kids, and she called him a simp.
My mom told me straight up, she told me, yo, don't ever date a woman with kids.
My mom told me the same thing.
Don't ever.
I told my husband I wanted a divorce. I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met. I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3 and I still don't know who I am.
Look. They're gonna see the bathroom. Y'all went to the bathroom? Now go sit it.
Get him, shorty. Shot town. Get him, shorty.
Propaganda I'm not falling for, supporting women even when they're in the wrong just because they're a woman and calling it being a girl's girl. No, that's called enabling. And you're weird.
Guys, someone just asked me out. We were in the queue for the toilets and we had a bit of banter. And he said, can I take you for a drink sometime? And I thought, let me just ask this simple question. I said, are you a feminist? And have you spent time thinking about your privileges as a male? Do you understand the nuances of the trans debate? And do you always sit on the right side of it? And understand how we've been pitted against each other by the powers that be to ultimately make us weaker? Do you have a good connection to your inner monologue? Or do you spend time avoiding thoughts with vices like games consoles or addiction to alcohol and drugs? And are you angry with the state of the world right now? And if so, what are you doing about it? And he said, that sounds a bit intense for me. So then I said, cool, we definitely shouldn't go for a drink together. Because I'm not wasting my time with someone who doesn't align with my values, right? He was hot though. Shame.
It's not a shame. It's not a shame at all. This man just dodged a bullet. Just stupid questions left and right. Walking down the street, you were looking back, not because you were looking for cars, but you were looking back to see if stupidity was chasing you, and it in fact caught up with you. It's got you gripped tight, held in a headlock. That's what that is. Imagine standing about to use the restroom, and all the questions that you can come up with is, are you a feminist? And just a line, 10 questions, all of them stupid. How does that happen? Be quiet, turn this camera off, delete this video, go home, eat some popcorn, brush your teeth, get a good night's sleep. Maybe 12 hours, so you can fully rest. You can't make any excuses as to being tired. And next time, come up with a better answer.
It's gonna hurt someone's feelings, but what's a green flag that low-key gives you the ick? Oh, I know my answer. And my answer is for surely gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but I truly don't give a fuck. I cannot date a man who is a good father. There's always a back-to-school night, a parent-teacher conference, a birthday party, a play date, a recital, a game. There's always something that he has to be at.
So my body count is 1,572, and so I don't think body count should matter, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I've heard a lot of numbers and it just doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Are you speechless?
Yeah, just kind of said you're...
Excuse me, you can't shame people because of their body count.
1,500, whatever the f***.
72. 72.
That's insane. I'm gonna keep it real.
Just say you're jealous.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
What's your type?
You gotta be black or mixed or something.
Rich.
Romantic. He treats me like a princess, then maybe he'll get the pass.
Rich. Just rich?
That's it.
How much does he gotta make?
At least $1 million a year. I would settle for $500,000.
How much do you make?
No comment.
It's not a comment that needs to be made. You're broke. Sitting up here looking like you look, nasty and all, requesting that a man make $1 million. Who in the world in a business meeting is going to want to stare at that? Man,
I spent about 1.5 years wondering if I should get a divorce. The hardest question you will ever have to ask yourself is, do you want to make it work? Personally, the yearn for freedom was stronger than my yearn to make it work. My ex-husband was such a great man, which is what tortured me with my decision. But all I know is I just felt this yearning to explore myself without him. And I felt like where I was going in my life, he wasn't able to go with me. And this was a journey that I had to walk alone. But that period when I was unsure of what to do or if I should leave was agonizing. I was tortured. I was unwell. I was sick. I was scared. I was self-destructive. I had one foot in one life and one foot in another life, and I just was like walking back and forth trying to figure it out. Once you make a decision of what you're going to do, you can finally move. But until then, you are just stuck. I ended up cheating at the very end of my marriage because I did not want to disappoint him. I didn't know how to break his heart, and I just butchered the job.
Already broken. Out of all of that stuff that you were listing there, I didn't hear you list that you were stupid. That's what I didn't hear. That probably should have been the first thing that you said.